So hopefully the GeoGebra translation exploration app worked okay for you. So what you should have done is, first of all, when you open it up, first just look at the coordinates of the original blue polygon, the triangle. So it looks like that. So you record those coordinates, 4, 5, 11, 4, and 12, 1. And then make a prediction about what would happen if we were to, like the one that's shown here, it's been, if you can see right here, it's been translated uh, over 3 units, up 1 unit. And what you should do is make a prediction about what would happen if you translated it right 5 units and up 2 units. Record your prediction and then drag this purple arrow so it's going from the origin up to over 5, over that 0.52, and then make a prediction about where those new points are. And so notice translation is just a slide. You can see that this purple arrow is just telling you where you want to slide it to, how far up, over, left or right, up or down. And so we're going over 5 units, up 2 units, and then record those new coordinates. So those are shown over on the upper left side of the screen, right over next to the blue ones. You've got your new coordinates. And then record those in your table in OneNote. So when we did that, and you correct your predictions and check them, you'll notice A ended up at 9, 7, B ended up at 16, 6, and C ended up at 17, 3. And what I want you to do is try and think about what you did with those coordinates, and then look at the starting and ending coordinate for A, for B, and for C, and notice how that translation affected the values of those coordinates. I'll talk about that at the end, but hopefully that informs your prediction for moving it left 2 and down 4. So after you've done that, we're going to go left 2 down 4, so that's back to down 4. So the end of that purple arrow should be at -2, -4, and you can see that the shape was translated down to the left instead of up to the right this time. And then again, record your coordinates in the data table in OneNote. So for those new ones, we end up with those coordinates at 2, 1 for A, 9, 0 for B, 10, -3 for C. And so what we're just trying to see is when you translate a figure on the coordinate grid, what happens to its coordinates? So what I wanted to show is that with translation, it's a matter of addition or subtraction to the x and the y coordinates. So notice when we went 5 right and 2 up, notice on your table that x went up 5 for each of them. And when you translated it to up, notice your y coordinates all went up by 2. Then something similar happens when you move it down and to the left. So moving down and to the left, notice the down part of it. Going from here to here, going down 2, that's -2, or sorry, going 2 left is taking away 2 from all of your x's. Notice -2 gives you all those, and then 4 down. I know this is getting kind of messy. Going 4 down, you're subtracting 4 from each of your y values. And you can see this visually as well. So I've got my screen snips, which you should also have. And so what I wanted to show was that when we look at this, you can also, it's almost like a slope diagram. You'll notice the first translation, when we went over 5 up 2, every point goes over 5 up 2, over 5 up 2, over 5 up 2. When we went back to the left 2 and down 4, see a similar type of thing. So over to the left 2, there's that minus 2. There's the down 4. There's the minus 2 and the down 4 for point B. There's the minus 2, minus 4 for point C. So I know that that gets a little bit messy in the table and the diagram, but the main point that I'm trying to point out is what happens when you change, when you transform a figure by translation. When you move the figure up or down, the y coordinates increase or decrease by the amount of vertical change. So we're just taking the y coordinates and adding or subtracting whatever number it is that we're moving it up or down by. Moving it up by 2, we add 2 to all the y's. Moving it down by 4, we subtract 4 from all the y values. And then when we're moving it right or left, same idea, but it's with our x coordinates. So the x coordinates increase or decrease by the amount of horizontal change. So basically, in summary, we could say that translation is addition or subtraction on the xy coordinates. And what we'll find is the other two symmetry operations also have a rule that they follow, a type of math that you're doing with the xy coordinates.